بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وما لي لا أعبد الذي فطرني وإليه ترجعون أتخذ من دونه آلهة إن يردن الرحمن بضر لا تغن عني شفاعتهم شيئا ولا تنقذون إني إذا لفي ضلال مبين إني آمنت بربكم فاسمعون قيل ادخل الجنة قال يا ليت قومي يعلمون بما غفر لي.
What number is that?
This is Surah Yasin, beginning of the Juz 23.
29.
Juz 23. So you want me to go to
What
ayat?
What ayah?
I started from the beginning of the Juz. Okay.
وَمَا
Now
أَنزَلْنَا
we are talking about 28. 28 is on the screen.
This is 23.
Right. No, right now, 28 is on the screen.
That's right.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to start.
Yes.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وما أنزلنا على قومه من بعده من جند من السماء وما كنا منزلين إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم خامدون يا حسرة على العباد ما يأتيهم من رسول إلا كانوا به يستهزئون ألم يروا كم أهلكنا قبلهم من القرون أنهم إليهم لا يرجعون وإن كل لما جميع لدينا محضرون وآية لهم الأرض الميتة أحييناها وأخرجنا منها حبا فمنهم يأكلون وجعلنا فيها جنات من نخيل وأعناب وفجرنا فيها من العيون ليأكلوا من ثمره وما عملته أيديهم أفلا يشكرون سبحان الذي خلق الأزواج كلها مما تنبت الأرض ومن أنفسهم ومما يعلمون وآية لهم الليل نسلخ منه النهار فإذا هم مظلمون والشمس تجري لمستقر لها ذلك تقدير العزيز العليم والقمر قدرناه منازل حتى عاد كالعرجون القديم لا الشمس ينبغي لها أن تدرك القمر ولا الليل السابق النهار وكل في فلك يسبحون وآية لهم أنا حملنا ذريتهم في الفلك المشحون وخلقنا لهم من مثله ما يركبون وأن نشأ نغرقهم فلا صريخ لهم ولا ينقذون إنا رحمة منا ومتاعا إلى حين وإذا قيل لهم اتقوا ما بين أيديكم وما خلفكم لعلكم ترحمون وما تأتيهم من آيات ربهم إلا كانوا عنها معرضين وإذا قيل لهم أنفقوا مما رزقكم الله قال الذين كفروا للذين آمنوا أنطعم من لو يشاء الله أطعمه إن أنتم إلا في ضلال مبين ويقولون متى هذا الوعد إن كنتم صادقين وما ينظرون إلا صيحة واحدة تأخذهم وهم يخصمون فلا يستطيعون توصية ولا إلى أهلهم يرجعون ونفخ في السور فإذا هم من الأجداث إلى ربهم ينسلون قالوا يا ويلنا من بعثنا من مرقدنا هذا ما وعد الرحمن وصدق المرسلون إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم جميع لدينا محضرون فاليوم لا تظلم نفس فاليوم لا تظلم نفس شيئا ولا تجزون إلا ما كنتم تعملون إن الأصحاب الجنة اليوم في شغل فاكهون فهم وأزواجهم في ظلال على الأرائك متكئون لهم فيها فاكهة ولهم ما يدعون سلام قولا من ربهم سلام قولا من رب الرحيم وامتازوا اليوم أيها المجرمون ألم أحد إليكم يا بني آدم أن لا تعبدوا الشيطان إنه لكم عدو مبين وعن اعبدوني هذا صراط مستقيم ولقد أضل منكم جبلا كثيرا أفلم تكونوا تعقلون هذه جهنم التي كنتم توعدون اصلوها اليوم بما كنتم تكفرون اليوم نختم على أفواههم ويكلمنا أيديهم وتشهد أرجلهم بما كانوا يكسبون ولو نشاء لطمسنا على أعينهم فاستبقوا الصراط فأنا يبصرون ولو نشاء لمسخناهم على مكانتهم فما استطاعوا مضيا ولا يرجعون ومن نعمره ننكسه في الخلق أفلا يعقلون وما علمناه الشعر وما ينبغي له إن هو إلا ذكر وقرآن مبين لينذر من كان حيا ويحق القول على الكافرين أولم يروا أنا خلقنا لهم مما عملت أيدينا أنعاما فهم لها مالكون وذللناها لهم فمنها ركوبهم ومنها يأكلون ولهم فيها منافع ومشارب أفلا يشكرون واتخذوا من دونه آلهة واتخذوا من دون الله آلهة لعلهم ينصرون لا يستطيعون نصرهم وهم لهم جند محضرون فلا يحزنك قولهم إنا نعلم ما يسرون وما يعلنون أولم يرى الإنسان أنا خلقناه من نطفة فإذا هو خصيم مبين وضرب لنا مثلا ونسي خلقه قال من يحيي العظام وهي رميم قل يحيي الذي أنشأها أول مرة وهو بكل خلق عليم الذي جعل لكم من الشجر الأخضر نارا فإذا أنتم منه توقدون أوليس الذي خلق السماوات والأرض بقادر على أن يخلق مثلهم بلى وهو الخلاق العليم إنما أمره إذا أراد شيئا أن يقول له كن فيكون فسبحان الذي بيده ملكوت كل شيء وإليه ترجعون بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصافات صفا فالزاجرات زجرا فالتاليات ذكرا إن إلهكم لواحد رب السماوات والأرض وما بينهما ورب المشارق إنا زينا السماء لدينا بزينة الكواكب إنا زينا سماء الدنيا بزينة الكواكب وحفظا من كل شياطين مارد لا يسمعون إلى الملأ الأعلى ويقذفون من كل جانب دهورا ولهم عذاب واصب إلا من خطف الخطفة فأتبعه شهاب ثاقب فاستفتهم أهم أشد خلقا أم من خلقنا إنا خلقناهم من طين لازب بل عجبت ويستخفون ويسخرون بل عجبت ويسخرون وإذا ذكروا لا يذكرون وإذا ذكروا لا يذكرون وإذا رأوا آية يستسخرون وقالوا إن هذا إلا سحر مبين أإذا متنا وكنا ترابا وعظاما أإنا لمبعوثون أو آباؤنا الأولون قل نعم وأنتم داخرون فإنما هي زجرة واحدة فإذا هم ينظرون وقالوا يا ويلنا هذا يوم الدين هذا يوم الفصل الذي كنتم به تكذبون احشروا الذين ظلموا وأزواجهم وما كانوا يعبدون من دون الله فاهدوهم إلى صراط الجحيم وقفوهم إنهم مسؤولون وما كنتم لا تناصرون بل هو اليوم مستسلون بل هم اليوم مستسلمون وأقبل بعضهم على بعض يتساءلون قالوا إنكم كنتم تأتوننا عن اليمين قالوا بل لم تكونوا مؤمنين وما كان لنا عليكم من سلطان بل كنتم قوما طاغين فحق علينا قول ربنا إنا لضائقون فأغويناكم إنا كنا غاوين فإنهم يومئذ في العذاب مشتركون إنا كذلك نفعل بالمجرمين إنهم كانوا إذا قيل لهم لا إله إلا هو يستكبرون ويقولون أئنا لتاركوا آلهتنا لشاعر مجنون بل جاء بالحق وصدق المرسلين إنكم لذائقون عذاب أليم وما تجزون إلا ما كنتم تعملون إن عباد الله المخلصين أولئك لهم رزق معلوم فواكه وهم مكرمون في جنات النعيم على سرر متقابلين يطاف عليهم بكأس من معين بيضاء لذة للشاربين لا فيها غول ولا هم عنها ينزفون وعندهم قاصرات طرف عين كأنهن بيض مكنون فأقبل بعضهم على بعض يتساءلون قال قائل منهم إني كان لي قرين يقول أئنك لمن المصدقين أئذا متنا وكنا ترابا وعظاما أئنا لمدينون قال هل أنتم مطلعون فاطلع فراه في سواء الجحيم قال تالله إن كدت لتردين ولولا نعمة ربي لكنت من المحضرين أفما نحن بميتين إلا موتنا الأولى وما نحن بمعذبين إن هذا لهو الفوز العظيم لمثل هذا فليعمل العاملون أذلك خير نزلا أم شجر الزقوم إنا جعلناها فتنة للظالمين إنها شجرة تخرج في أصل الجحيم تلعها كأنه رؤوس الشياطين فإنهم لآكلون منها فمالئون منها البطون ثم إن لهم عليها لشوبا من حميم ثم إن مرجعهم لآل الجحيم إنهم ألفوا آباءهم ضالين فهم على آثارهم يهرعون ولقد ظل قبلهم أكثر الأولين ولقد أرسلنا فيهم منذرين فانظر كيف كان عاقبة المنذرين إلا عباد الله المخلصين ولقد نادانا نوح فلنعم المجيبون ونجيناه أهله من الكرب العظيم وجعلنا ذريته هم الباقين وتركنا عليه في الآخرين سلام على نوح في العالمين إنا كذلك نجزي المحسنين إنه من عبادنا المؤمنين ثم أغرقنا الآخرين وإن من شيئة لإبراهيم إذ جاء ربه بقلب سليم إذ قال لأبيه وقومه ماذا تعبدون أئفكا آلهة دون الله تريدون فما ظنكم برب العالمين فنظر نظرة في النجوم فقال إني سقيم فتولوا عنه مدبرين فراغ إلى آلهتهم فقال ألا تأكلون ما لكم لا تنطقون فراغ عليهم ضربا باليمين فأقبلوا إليه يرزفون فأقبلوا إليه يزرفون قال أتعبدون ما تنحتون والله خلقكم وما تعملون قالوا بنوا له بنيانا فألقوه في الجحيم فأرادوا به كيدا فجعلناهم الأسفلين وقال إني ذاهب إلى ربي سيهدين رب هب لي من الصالحين فبشرناه بغلام حليم فلما بلغ معه السعي قال يا بني إني أرى في المنام أني أذبحك فانظر ماذا ترى قال يا أبت الفعل ما تؤمر ستجدوني إن شاء الله من الصابرين فلما أسلم وتله للجبين وناديناه أن يا إبراهيم قد صدقت الرؤيا إنا كذلك نجزي المحسنين إن هذا لهو البلاء المبين وفديناه بذبح عظيم وتركنا عليه في الآخرين سلام على إبراهيم كذلك نجزي المحسنين إنه من عبادنا المؤمنين فبشرناه بإسحاق بنيا من الصالحين وباركنا عليه وعلى إسحاق ومن ذريتهما محسن وظالم لنفسه مبين ولقد مننا على موسى وهارون ونجيناهما وقومهما من الكرب العظيم ونصرناهم فكانوا هم الغالبين وآتيناهما الكتاب المستبين وهديناهما الصراط المستقيم وتركنا عليهما في الآخرين سلام على موسى وهارون إنا كذلك نجزي المحسنين إنهما من عبادنا المؤمنين وإن إلياس لمن المرسلين إذ قال لقومه ألا تتقون أتدعون بعلا وتذرون أحسن الخالقين الله ربكم ورب آبائكم الأولين فكذبوه فأنهم لمهضرون إنا عباد الله المخلصين وتركنا عليه في الآخرين سلام على إلياسين إنا كذلك نجزي المحسنين إنه من عبادنا المؤمنين وإن لوطا لمن المرسلين إذ نجيناه وأهله أجمعين إلا عجوزا في الغابرين ثم دمرنا الآخرين وأنكم لتمرون عليهم مصبحين وبالليل أفلا تعقلون وأن يونس لمن المرسلين إذ أبغى إلى الفلك المشحون فساهم فكان من المدحضين فالتقمه الحوت وهو مليم فلولا أنه كان من المسبحين للبث في بطنه إلى يوم يبعثون فنبذناه بالعراء وهو سقيم وأنبتنا عليه شجرة من يقطين وأرسلناه إلى 100,000 أو يزيدون فآمنوا فمتعناهم إلى حين فاستفتهم لربك البنات ولهم البنون أم خلقنا الملائكة إناثا وهم شاهدون ألا إنهم من إفكهم ليقولون ولد الله وإنهم لكاذبون أستف البنات على البنين ما لكم كيف تحكمون أفلا تذكرون أم لكم سلطان مبين فأتوا بكتابكم إن كنتم صادقين واجعلوا بينه وبين الجنة نسبا ولقد علمت جنة أنهم لمحضرون سبحان الله عما يصفون إن عباد الله المخلصين فإنكم وما تعبدون ما أنتم عليه بفاطنين إلا من هو صال الجحيم وما منا إلا له مقام معلوم وإنا لنحن الصافون وإنا لنحن المسبحون وإنا كانوا ليقولون لو أن عندنا ذكرا من الأولين لكنا عباد الله المخلصين فكفروا به فسوف يعلمون ولقد سبقت كلمتنا لعباد المرسلين إنهم لمنصورون وإن جندنا لهم غالبون فتول عنهم حتى حين وأبصرهم فسوف يبصرون أفبعذابنا يستعجلون فإذا نزل بساحتهم فساء صباح المنذرين وتول عنهم حتى حين وأبصر فسوف يبصرون سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم صاد والقرآن ذي الذكر بل الذين كفروا في عزة وشقاق كم أهلكنا من قبلهم من قرن فنادوا ولا حين مناص وعجبوا أن جاء منذر منهم وقال الكافرون هذا سحر كذاب أجعل الله أجعل الآلهة إلها واحدا إن هذا لشيء عجاب وانطلق الملأ منهم أن امشوا واصبروا على آلهتكم إن هذا لشيء يراد ما سمعنا بهذا في الملة الآخرة إن هذا إلا اختلاق أنزل عليه الذكر من بيننا بل هم في شك من ذكري بل لما يذوقوا عذاب أم عندهم خزائن رحمة ربك العزيز أم عندهم خزائن رحمة ربك العزيز الوهاب أم لهم ملك السماوات والأرض وما بينهما فليرتقوا في الأسباب جندهما جند ما هنالك مهزوم من الأحزاب كذبت قبلهم قوم نوح وعاد وفرعون ذو الأوتاد وثمود وقوم لوط وأصحاب الأيكة أولئك الأصحاب أولئك الأحزاب إن كل إلا كذب الرسل فحق عقاب وما ينظر هؤلاء إلا صيحة واحدة ما لها من فواق وقالوا ربنا أجل لنا قطنا قبل يوم الحساب اصبر على ما يقولون واذكر عبدنا داود ذا الأيد إنه أواب إنا سخرنا الجبال معه يسبحنا بالعشي والإشراق والطير محشورة كل له أواب وشددنا ملكه وآتيناه الحكمة وفصل الخطاب وهل آتاك نبأ الحسم وهل آتاك نبأ الخصم إذ تسوروا المهراب إذ دخلوا على داود ففزع منهم قالوا لا تخف خصمان بغى بعضنا على بعض فاحكم بيننا بالحق ولا تشطط واهدنا إلى سواء الصراط إن هذا أخي له تسع وتسعون نعجة نعجة واحدة فقال أكفلنيها وعزني في الخطاب قال لقد ظلمك بسؤال نعجتك إلى نعاجه فإن كثيرا من الخلطاء ليبغي بعضهم على بعض إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وقيل ما هم وظن داود أنما فتناه فاستغفر ربه وخر راكعا وأناب فغفرنا له ذلك وأن له عندنا لزلفى وحسن مآب يا داود إنا جعلناك خليفة في الأرض فاحكم بين الناس بالحق ولا تتبع الهوى فيضلك عن سبيل الله إن الذين يضلون عن سبيل الله لهم عذاب شديد بما نسوا يوم الحساب وما خلقنا السماء والأرض وما بينهما باطلا ذلك ظن الذين كفروا فويل للذين كفروا من النار أم نجعل الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات كالمفسدين في الأرض أم نجعل المتقين كالفجار كتاب أنزلناه إليك مبارك ليدبروا آياته وليتذكر أولو الألباب ووهبنا لداود سليمان نعم العبد إنه أواب إذ أرد عليه بالعشي الطافنات الجبات إذ أرد عليه بالعشي الصافنات الجياد فقال إني أحببت حب الخير عن ذكر الرب حتى توارد بالحجاب
طيب الله.
وصدق الله العلي العظيم.
Thank you so much, Jazakallah, Brother Pervez, for beautiful recitation of Holy Quran. May Allah give you jaza and keep you protected, you and your family. Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Dear listeners of Islamic Center Moment live broadcast going on from 1st of Ramadan. Actually, it started from 29th of Shaban till now. And we'd like to welcome you all on the Islamic Center Moment broadcast. Inshallah, tonight is again Laylatul Qadr. So after the Maulana's speech, inshallah, we'll take a break for Salat and Iftar. Followed by it, inshallah, we're going to get together again on 9:45 with the recitation of Dua Aftata, Dua Kumail, Munajat Amirul Mumineen, followed by Amal, and followed by all night recitation of surahs and duas, inshallah. So please join us. It will be starting at 9:45. And Amal will be done by Maulana Muhammad Baig. Now, inshallah, I'm going to invite Maulana to come to the podium and address the Mumineen, Maulana Muhammad Baig. Par Muhammad wa ali Muhammad salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajum. Bismillah, Maulana.
Please recite Surah Fatiha for your marhumeen and the shuhada of Islam.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim.
وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajum.
حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل نعم المولى ونعم النصير أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا ومولانا أبي القاسم محمد
اللهم صل على محمد وآله
وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين سيما بقية الله الأعظم روحي وأرواح العالمين له الفداء رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. There's some background noise happening.
Brother Pervez, can you put your
switch
phone
the
on the mute,
screen
please? Thank you.
on me. Thank you, everyone. All right, everyone, let's recite a salawat. Allahumma salli. Thank you for joining us. Today's topic is going to be Laylatul Qadr. Laylatul Qadr is one of those nights that we have observed many times, and we observe it in the proper way that it deserves to be observed, because there's a lot of incentives involved in Laylatul Qadr that Allah is giving to invite us to come to Laylatul Qadr, showing its importance and the fact that this night is, if not the most, one of the most holiest night of the whole year. Allah speaks about it in the Quran. He says, وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا لَيْلَةُ الْقَدْرِ لَيْلَةُ الْقَدْرِ خَيْرٌ مِّنْ أَلْفِ شَهْرٍ تَنَزَّلُ الْمَلَائِكَةُ وَالرُّوحُ فِيهَا بِإِذْنِ رَبِّهِمْ مِنْ كُلِّ أَمْرٍ سَلَامٌ هِيَ حَتَّى مَطْلَعِ الْفَجْرِ. So the whole night is a night in which this amazing and special activities are taking place. There is this night that Allah says, how can I describe to you? I mean, there's no way for Allah to describe to us what it is, because it's so magnificent and it's so mind-boggling that we won't be able to comprehend it, but we are a part of it. So Laylatul Qadr is our topic. What is Laylatul Qadr? What are we doing in Laylatul Qadr, and what we should be doing in Laylatul Qadr? So this is going to be what we want to discuss. And we all know Laylatul Qadr because we have all been there, and every year we see it and we witness it. Everyone who's a mu'min, we see that in the month of Ramadan, the holiest month, comes this holiest night that Allah is doing so many things. One of the things that obviously that we all know for Laylatul Qadr is the fact that Allah determines our destinies, things that Allah destines for us, or that are known as muqaddarat. Muqaddarat, or the qadrat, these are destinies that are decided for us. By destinies, it means that everything that we are not in control of, that is not our choice. For example, everything that you look in your life that where you don't choose, it's chosen for you, all of that is being decided. In fact, our choices that we have in life are within these choices that are being made for us, not outside of that. All the choices that we make in life is within the realm of whatever has been decided for us. So many people limit Laylatul Qadr to just rizq and arzak. Rizq also one of the things decided tonight. How much provisions you will get, how much money you will get, how much wealth you will get, how many things you will get, how much will you be able to eat, all the foods that you're going to eat. So all of that is obviously decided. But more than that, everything that has to do with your life, every aspect of your life is going to be decided tonight. On this night, who you're going to meet, who you're not going to meet, who's going to be your friend, who you're going to separate from, which relative you'll spend time with, what dealings are you going to have, what business are you going to get involved in, what job are you going to lose, what people you're going to fight, what people you're going to make up with. All of these things are being decided tonight. All of these things are being decided tonight. This is what's amazing. Everything. Now, why is it called Laylatul Qadr? Why is it called Laylatul Qadr? Let's go into that first, so that we understand what is happening and the amazing thing that's happening right now. You know, whenever we make a plan, and you have made many plans in your life, every new year you make a resolution. How many times did that resolution work out for you? How many times that you have made a plan that you saw that it went through just like you planned it? How many times did that happen in your life? Even if you're a young boy or an old man, it doesn't matter. You have made certain plans. You wanted to do certain things. So what happened? Every time you made a plan, did it work out for you? And what was the proportion of times that it became successful? In fact, whenever we make plans, we are so sure that they're not going to work, we don't even really pay attention to it, because we are used to it. Our whole life has been plans that never worked out. If every person had to write an autobiography of their life, they will write it with only one title that will fit everyone: failed plans. And we made plans and they fail. This is how everyone's life is. In fact, it's not something strange. It's not something bad also. It's just a reality. We need to recognize this reality, that we can make plans, but the odds of them working out are not there. Why? Well, because here's the thing. Your plan is depending on many forces around you that are working contrary to your plans. For example, I can make any plan. Like, for example, I can make a plan to go out for dinner tonight. I reserve the table at the restaurant. I have made all the arrangements, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to go there and eat. But then what happens is that I get some news. Someone died. Someone got ill. Someone's in the hospital. Someone got into an accident. Or I get into an accident. Or if everything of those things work out, the weather is bad. There's a tornado that's out there. Hurricane coming. Snowstorm, whatever it is. So many forces. And then let's say all of those things work out. Now I'm like pretty sure that my plan's going to work out because I struggled and went through all of the obstacles to come to this restaurant because I reserved that table. It's so hard to reserve a table at the restaurant. So I went there and because I knew that it's hard to reserve a table. And when I reached there, I see the restaurant is closed. And I'm wondering, why is it closed? Oh, the owner died. Wow, what's the chances of that? That the owner died. You see this? You made a plan and you thought it was going to happen, but it doesn't happen because there's so many forces that are working contrary to your plan. Your plan is dependent on all of these forces working conjointly with your plan. If it doesn't, then your plan fails. Your plan fails. And that's why most of our plans fail. And that's why you see that you're not surprised if your plan doesn't fail. You're surprised when your plan actually works. You know, I mean, have you ever heard anyone say, man, I'm shocked that my plan failed? But you do hear many people say, wow, my plan worked. So it is a surprise for us when our plan works. Why? Because we made a plan and we recognize that we are weak. We don't have control over other forces. And these forces have a huge impact and influence on our plan. So when I make a plan, I'm praying and hoping that all the forces work together. That's why, for example, whenever we want to do something in the future, we say, inshallah. What is this? If Allah wills, it means that if all the things go accordingly, it will happen. Otherwise, I have no control over other things. It is an admittance of our weakness, of our inability that we are unable to do this because the forces are greater than us, stronger than us. I am weak. I can't do it. So whenever my plan fails, I recognize that there are forces that are greater than me. That's exactly what Imam Ali meant when he said that I believed in Allah because every time I make that plan, it failed. It means that there is a greater force in place that comes and destroys my plan and takes over. This is how you recognize our own weakness. So our plans fail because we do not have control over anything. We are weak. But does that happen to Allah? When Allah makes a plan, is there a force out there that can come in his way and block his plan from happening? Oops, it didn't work out the way he planned somehow. Of course not. Whenever Allah makes a plan, then his plan happens exactly the way that Allah has made the plan. It happens exactly the way that he planned it to be. Not a single thing is going to be altered or changed. Everything will be perfectly the way Allah planned it. Why? Because Allah controls all the other forces. He has control and power over all the other forces. So whenever Allah makes a plan, then that plan cannot be stopped. That plan cannot be changed by anyone. In fact, everything is doing exactly what Allah wants it to do. Inna Allaha ala kulli shayin Qadir. Allah has power over everything. So if we understood that, my friends, what's happening tonight? Tonight, Allah is making a plan. Not for me, not for you, but for everyone in this universe, for everything in this universe. All the people on this planet, 7 billion people on this planet, Allah is making a plan for all of them. And everything also, where everyone is going to go, what they are going to see, what's going to happen to them, all the occurrences, all the events in their lives are being planned for this year. It's like, for example, when you want to fill out your taxes, they say, are there any life events that happened this year? That means that, did Allah do anything to you this year? So of course, all these life events that happened, did you get married? Did you find a new house? Did you move? Did you get a new job? Whatever it is, all of these things are being planned by Allah tonight for everyone. And these plans, all these plans are not independent. For example, okay, you walk this way, you walk that way. No, everyone's plan is intertwined with each other. Really, it's intertwined with each other. We are going to be crossing each other's paths, and all of that is determined. All of that is put in the plan. There's nothing that happens accidentally or coincidentally. There's no coincidence in this universe. There's no such thing that, for example, Allah didn't know about that, or Allah says, oh, I forgot that thing. It doesn't happen. Everything is accounted for. All the things that are happening are being put in this plan of Allah's. All of us living together, all of us dealing with each other, interacting with each other, interdealing with each other, all of that is happening together. Who knew last year that, for example, I would be speaking at Moment Center? I didn't. Neither you did. It was like, it happened, but it was planned already. It wasn't a part of the plan. It wasn't something that was outside the plan and we decided in the middle to change Allah's plan. No, it happened as Allah planned it. Who knew that the whole world is going to come to a halt, to a whole grounded level, finish? Who knew that last year? Who would even think that such a thing could even happen? But it happened. So now what happens? This is all planned. Everything is in a plan. There's no accidents, no coincidence. So my friends, tonight, Allah is making a plan for everyone and for everything, for all the things that are going to happen for the whole year. And when He makes that plan, in the morning, He's going to set it in motion. That plan is going to go into motion, and it's going to happen exactly the way Allah planned it. That is Allah's challenge, that the way I planned it is exactly how it's going to happen. So what's happening tonight is that Allah is showing who is the most powerful. Laylatul Qadr is a show of Allah's power. That's why it's called Laylatul Qadr, the night of power. Allah is showing His power to us, telling us, tell me who's the most strongest, who's the most powerful. Is there anyone who can come in my way? Is there anything that can come in the way of my plans? Anything. It's a challenge from Allah. And we stand up and we're witnessing that. We witness that. Laylatul Qadr is this powerful night, my friends. This is what's happening. And Allah truly gave us, incentivized it for us. He didn't need to put any incentive there for us, but He did it so that at least we take part in it. Really, He said that you can be involved in it also. Since I am determining your life, I want you to be involved in it also. So we stand with Allah and we ask Allah for what we want. Tonight, my friends, Laylatul Qadr. It is the Islamic New Year's. Yes, the Islamic New Year's Eve is Laylatul Qadr. Muharram is the first month of the Hijri calendar, which is an Arab calendar. The Islamic calendar starts with Laylatul Qadr because you are standing between your past and your future in Laylatul Qadr. Allah, His cycle of everything starts with Laylatul Qadr. He ends it here and He starts it here. The plan of Allah is being made right now, tonight. And you are standing between two things, your past and your future. Your past is the last year that you went through. The future is the upcoming year that's coming up. You are standing between these two things. So now, what are you going to do? Well, you're going to, first of all, look at your past, and you need to clear all the accounts of your past. The accounts are being closed. So if there's any problem with those accounts, if you have missed something, if you have missed a payment, if you have wronged something, if you have done anything wrong, this is the chance for you to clear it up. Clear it up right now. This is where you have to clear things up. Close all the accounts. Do all the things. And then new accounts are being opened, fresh. Now you can wish for everything. What do you want? You can wish for it, hope for it, pray for it, plan for it. In fact, when the plan is being written down, you can request Allah to add that in your list of things to do, or list of things that you want, your wish list. You can make that. So you are standing between your past and your future. So that's why as we stand here tonight between our past and future, there are two things we should do. We should, one, clear the accounts of the past, and two, wish for a better future. Two things we do. That's why if you pay attention to the amal that you are going to do tonight, these are the two things that you do. These are the two things in the amal. All the amal are meant for these two things. One, you're clearing the accounts by doing istighfar, tawbah. That's why you recite the tasbih of astaghfirullah, to clear your accounts in the past, this past year's account. That's what you're doing. You read dua tawbah so that you can repent to Allah for all the wrongs that you have done, the mishaps that happen, the unknown things that happen. For example, there might be some things that you have done that you don't know about. So you know what? You give sadaqah. Allah, I'm giving this sadaqah. Please, whatever I've done this last time that I don't know, maybe I took something wrong from someone, put it in that account. Put that in that account there so it's cleared up. I don't want to worry about it next year. I want to close this account. And the next year, then you ask Allah with the du'as that we read. Allahumma inni taqdi wa tuqaddir. You know that. Allah, I ask you from the things that you are deciding tonight, that you give me these things or write for me these things. For example, is this the year, are you going to go for Hajj? Being a guest of Allah, is this the year that you are going to go to be the visitor of Imam Hussein in Karbala? Is this the year that you're going to go for good to Allah? Not to Kaaba, not to Imam Hussein, but to Allah Himself. Is this the year you're going to die? You see, for everything there's a notice board. Tonight, it's being hung up there. And the list of people in these boards are written. So all the people who are going to go for Hajj, their names are being written right now. All the names that are of people who are going to go to Karbala, to Najaf, to Mashhad, all the places are being written down right now. All the places who are going, all the people who are going to die, their names are being written down on the board. And the angel of death is looking at him and saying, okay, I need to visit these people. That's his guest list. He looks at that and he says that, you know what, I'm going to visit all these people this year. So all of these lists are being written. You can ask Allah, which list do you want to be in? That's why when you are there, standing there, you are saying to Allah, Allah, write down Hajj for me, write down Ziyarah for me, write down this for me. You're saying these things. Why? Because the future is there. So you are standing between your past and your future. That's where you're standing. And that's why Laylatul Qadr has been associated with Mahshar. You might have heard this before from people that says that Laylatul Qadr is like Mahshar. Mahshar is the ground on the Day of Judgment. Why is that? Because in Mahshar also, you are standing between your past and your future. Just like in Laylatul Qadr. In Laylatul Qadr, it's just 1 year past, 1 year future, limited. It's a trial version of Mahshar. Yes. It's a lab test, just a trial version of what's going to happen in Mahshar. That's what Laylatul Qadr is. Only 1 year. There is your whole life of dunya in the past, and your whole life of akhirat ahead of you. You're standing on the Day of Judgment in Mahshar. So let's look at the differences. There are differences. It is alike in that sense, but there are differences. First difference. In Mahshar, you are silent. Yes. On the Day of Judgment, you can't say anything. You are silent. You cannot speak. You can't say anything. You're not allowed to speak. You can't complain. You can't say sorry. You can't make any du'as or wishes. Finished. You will just be standing there silent, just listening, just taking it in. But it's different in Laylatul Qadr. Here you're allowed to speak. You're allowed to repent. You're allowed to say astaghfirullah. You're allowed to make dua. You're allowed to make wishes. So the first difference is that here you have speech. In Mahshar, you have no speech. That is the first difference. Second difference in between Mahshar and Laylatul Qadr is that in Mahshar, you might have regrets, and you might regret the things that you have done. And the attitude there, the mood there, or the wish there for everyone, Allah speaks about it in the Quran, is going to be Ya Layta, meaning that, oh, how I wish I can go back and do it again. Allah will say, you didn't do that. You missed payment. Allah, it only takes 2 minutes. Let me just go back and get it done. Angel will say, nope. You don't get another chance. On the Day of Judgment, you don't get another chance, folks. There are no do-overs. There's no mulligans on the Day of Judgment. You can't just go back there and say, you know what, let me do this over, give me a chance, Allah. Give me one more chance, and I'll prove it to you that I will be better. Just imagine that emotion of a person on the Day of Judgment who will have this regret and wishes. If I only get one chance, oh, I regret doing this. If I can get one chance, oh my God, regret and wishes. Can I do it again? When you read this ayat, it's like so hard. Can I get another chance? What would you give to get another chance? If you regretted that you'd done something wrong, or you didn't do it the right way, or you could be better, how would you like another chance? My friends, in Laylatul Qadr, you get another chance. If you have regrets right now and you wish that I can go back and change it, then Allah is saying, go back. You will have another chance. Every Laylatul Qadr that has gone by and that we have witnessed and observed is another chance that Allah is giving in your life to change yourself for the better. It is just like Mahshar. But the difference is that in Mahshar, you don't get a chance to come back. In Laylatul Qadr, you have a chance to come back and change yourself, to do it all over again. Would you take the chance to do it all over again? This is Laylatul Qadr. Can you get that chance? Isn't this all these chances Allah has given? And if you don't take advantage of all these chances, and then when you end up in Mahshar, what are you going to tell Allah? Allah, one more chance? Allah will say, I already gave you enough chances. You think you're going to change now after all the chances I gave you? Laylatul Qadr is the chance when we have the chance to change ourselves. This is a chance, my friends. Take this chance. Laylatul Qadr is that chance for you to become different. Allah is giving you the chance to go back there and change yourself again. So that is the second difference between Laylatul Qadr and Mahshar. In Mahshar, regrets in wishes are worthless. No matter how much you regret, it's nothing. How much you are remorseful for what you have done is nothing. You can take your remorse, you can take your regrets all the way to the hellfire. It doesn't matter. But in Laylatul Qadr, it's worth a lot. Regret is worth a lot. That's why one of the actions we do is istighfar. And istighfar means regret. I regret that I've done this. I regret that I've done this. I'm sorry that I did this. Apologizing. As much as you can, tonight is a night to apologize. Tonight is a night to clear your accounts. Regret is important. Wishes are important. I wish to be better. I wish that I can be better. All of these things, and the more intense your regret is, the more it's worth and valuable on Laylatul Qadr. And the more wishes you have, the more intense those wishes are, and the more passionate those wishes are, the better it is for you. Make your regrets and make those wishes stronger. Your life stands between wishes and regrets. Regrets and wishes. You are standing between these two things. Tell me, if you have disrespected Allah, how much should you cry to make up for it? How much should you cry to make up for it when you have disrespected Allah? Let's say that you ignored Him, disrespected Him, dishonored Him, disobeyed Him. How much should you cry to make up for it? Is 1 month good enough? Think about it. Is 1 month okay? Is it good enough? How about 1 year? Allah, I cried 1 year. I think that should cover it up. You think so? You think so? How much is the value of your actions and the wrongs that you have done? You think 1 year is enough of crying. How long should you cry for? Adam cried for 500 years or so. That's what it says. 500 years he cried for a mistake he has done. It's not even a sin. It's a mistake. And he cried for 500 years. How much should we cry for disrespecting Allah? Tell me. What is our crying limit? What should we do? Subhanallah. Think about it. Think about how much should we cry for. Friends, even if you cry a whole lifetime, that's how much you have to cry. If you have done anything wrong and disobeyed Allah or disrespected Him, a whole lifetime is what you need to pay for. How are you going to do that? How are you going to do that? Can you cry for a lifetime? Can you be remorseful for a lifetime? Can you regret for a lifetime? So you know what Allah did? He says, all right, you know what? I'll help you. I will make this one night more than 1,000 months. I have made this one night khayrun min alf shahr, more than 1,000 months. 1,000 months is a little over 80 years. 80 years is a lifetime. In other words, Allah is saying this one night is more than a lifetime. So when you regret on this night, when you repent on this night, when you seek forgiveness on this night, when you pray on this night, when you wish for something on this night, then that wish, that regret, that repentance is worth more than a lifetime. What a chance Allah has given us. What a beautiful chance He has given us. That I can actually make up for disrespect that Allah shouldn't have given me. But He gave me this chance to make it up. So my friends, tonight is the night to make that regret and wishes and istighfar. Do it with your heart. Ask Allah, please forgive me for the past, and I wish for the future. And I, in the middle of this, want to become a better person. Do you need to be incentivized? Does anyone need to give you an incentive to be awake? Do you need to be awake? Because one of the mustahab actions tonight is to be awake tonight. Allah didn't have to make it mustahab, you know that, right? A person who recognizes what's going on, how can he sleep? You know what's happening is this. Your life is being decided upon tonight. Your personal life, everything that's happening to it is being decided upon tonight. Let's say, for example, a Moment Center has a closed-door board of directors meeting in which they're deciding the future of the community and each and every member of the community. And everyone's future is being decided behind closed doors. Imagine, your life is going to be decided. The whole of next year is being decided right now. How can you just go and sleep and say, oh, whatever, I don't care? What a horrible way of living. If we don't care about our own self and what's going to happen to us in a whole year. If we know that our life is being decided, I can't sleep. I want to be awake. In fact, if I could, I want to be in the process. I want to be involved. And you know what Allah says? Allah says, go ahead. I want you to be involved. I'm giving you that choice, that respect. I want you to come here, be involved in building and shaping your own life. Because your life is being shaped. You should be interested. How can you be sleeping? That excitement of knowing that my life is being decided right now is enough. It is enough for me to be awake, to be one of those people that, wow, I am a process. Allah, can you write this down for me? No, Allah, please don't do that. Do this for me, please. Allah is keeping you awake. He says you should be awake. And you should be involved in your life. I want you to be involved in your life. That is a proactive living. Don't be passive. Tonight is the night to be proactive. To truly ask Allah, Allah, please, I want to be involved. I want this. Allah now gives you that freedom, that choice, the authority to make your own life, to write your own life, to shape your own life. Allah is giving you that authority. Gives you that authority. Now, when you get this authority, then what happens? Then what happens? Well, let's see. What can you do? What can you do when you get this authority from Allah that you have now the right to shape your own life? I give you the pen and I give you the blank paper. Write yourself down. Paint yourself what you want to be. What would you do? How smart are you? How smart are you, my friends? Call Allah. Tell Him who you are. Give your details. admit your faults, do all of that tonight. But you know, at the end, if you are smart, you would do this. If you're smart, I'm telling you, if you're smart, if you're intelligent, you'll do this. Do all the things. Make dua to Allah, call Him. Tell Him who you are. Be honest. Put yourself before Him. Don't be one of those made up artificial sorries. I'm sorry. Like, advertisements come of corporations that make mistake and they say, I'm sorry. No, don't just be sorry like that. Truly admit that you're sorry. Truly put yourself down. Truly bring out your regret and remorse. No crocodile tears. Make it real. Make it real. You're not in the masjid right now where people are watching you. You're at home right now. This year, you're going to be at home. So no one is watching you. No one is there. You can be honest and you can be truthful with Allah. You're going to be there tonight. And when you do that, when you're there, after letting it all out, admitting your faults and everything, then do one thing. If you are smart, if you're intelligent, you will do one thing. You know what is that? Then give yourself over to Allah. This freedom Allah gave you, this authority He gave you, this pen that He gave you in His hand, respectfully give back that pen to Allah. And tell Allah, I think it's better if you shape my life. You write it down, Allah. Because Allah, I don't trust myself the way I trust you. You know better. Who am I to take this authority in my hand? I don't want to hurt myself. I will be hurting myself if I do that. I'm not a person, that I can make those decisions. Allah, I want you to shape my life. Please do that for me. Respectfully, I ask you, even though you gave this authority to me, you gave this freedom to me, this choice to me, but I choose to give it back to you. It's not a force anymore. Initially there was force by Allah. And then Allah gave you authority. He gave you choice. And now with your own choice, can you give that pen of destiny back to Allah and say, Allah, choose for me. Shape my life. Shape my life. Yeah, I want wealth, but I want it for you. I want comfort, but I want it for you. I want you to write it in for me, not me. And you know what will happen? I tell you, my friends, and I guarantee this to you, if you do that, if you are smart enough to do that tomorrow when you wake up, I assure you, you will feel a relief. You will be stress-free. You will be calm. You will feel a serenity in your life, a peace in your life. You know why? Because now you know that you gave yourself up to Allah. Allah is writing your life. Now, even if you find yourself in hell, if you find yourself in the hellfire, you can tell Allah, Allah, what happened? I gave it to you. I wanted you to shape my life. How did I end up here? You think Allah is going to make that happen to you? You can be stress-free. When a person, you are intelligent enough to give it over to Allah and say, Allah, you make the decisions for me. That, my friend, is an intelligent person, a smart person. You tell Allah, Allah, you know how to shape lives. Who am I? You know how to shape the lives of people. I am not the one to shape life. I don't even know how to shape my own life. Whenever I try shaping myself, I'm always out of shape. You are the one who actually knows what to do because you have done it before. When they threw Yusuf in the well to die, you took him out of that well and you shaped his life and you made him the leader of the people. You did that. Who would have known that that's how it's going to happen? Musa's mother threw Musa in the river out of desperation, leaving him in your hands, trusting that you will take care of him. What are the odds or the chances of Musa even surviving? But you shaped him, you protected him, you made him raised in the house of Fir'aun and made him the prophet. You did that, Allah. You know how to shape lives. You know how to bring about people in the best way possible. I ask you, Allah, I want to do that. I want you to do that. You know? And if there is one thing that is in my heart that I ask of you, it's something that's deep in my heart, and I just ask of you this, and I just, if there's anything I can write, a dot or a point or any sentence that I can write in there, I just want to write one thing down tonight. Just write down one thing down tonight. Can you write this for me? Just one name I want to write down. One name I want to write down myself tonight, Allah. I want to do it from all my heart. Rest, you do it. Rest, I want you to do it. But there's one name that I want to write down, and that is, if you deep look inside yourself, what is that name that's in your heart that you want to write down tonight? Yourself. And ask Allah, there's one thing I want to write down. I want to write down one name. That is Imam Mahdi. That's the name I want to write down myself. I want that name. I want to be with him. That's something that I want. That's something that I want. La ilaha illallah. This is, my friends, Laylatul Qadr. Tonight is going to be that night when we do the amal. I gave you a few advices so that we can prepare ourselves, get ourselves ready, so that truly observe it and know what's happening in it the way that Allah wants us to be. So I will stop the speech right now and open the thing for questions. If people have questions,
Bakar.
they can go ahead and ask questions for the few minutes that we have.
Bakar, is there any questions?
You can write the questions in the chat room if you want to. There is a chat room there. If you hit the chat button, if you're online. Otherwise, if you're in Moment Center, I don't know if the Moment Center website has it.
Bakar, is there any questions?
Well, if not, then inshallah, we are going to get ourselves ready for iftar and our prayers and iftar. And after iftar, we'll get back together at 9:45 with dua iftitah and the other duas and the amal for tonight.
Inshallah. Thank you so much, Aga. Thank you so much for your
Allah bless you all.
powerful message. May Allah keep you safe. Brothers and sisters, as Maulana announced, inshallah, we're going to give the break till 9:45. We'll come back with the dua iftitah, dua kumal, and list of the amal which we're going to share with you, and we'll stay up all night. Just one reminder, actually two reminders. Inshallah, we'll blessed to have tomorrow renowned reciter from Pakistan, and it program will be start at 10 tomorrow. We're going to share the more details on the Amal side before the Amal side, inshallah. Please be safe, and inshallah hope to see you all 9:45. Thank you, and Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.